Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. And I'm going to take this afternoon to share some of my vintage finds. And this has been over months and months and months. Some of the stuff is from the beginning of the year and the end of last year that I haven't just had the opportunity to share with you. So I'm going to just do kind of like tchotchke stuff right now. So nicks and knacks and odds and ends and stuff. And I'll do a couple more that was just my accessory stuff and then my vintage clothes. Otherwise, we'd be here all day. So let's get started. And I found this cute little thing. And as you all know, and you've heard me talk before, that Al's Antique Mall went out of business in Red Wing, which is my favorite place to go find anything and everything. Sometimes, you know, your usual antique stuff too. He might have like vintage clothes in there every once in a while, or vintage hats, or kind of had to, he had so much packed in there, he was packed to the max. You had to do some digging sometimes, but you always found something. So I got my vintage camper rally next year, of course, and I like to give away vintage things for door prizes when I can, but I want them to be nice vintage things. So I found this. Isn't that adorable? It looks like something you buy modern day. Isn't that neat? So what's inside of this is so cute. And you can tell it's older. It's got some markings and stains. I don't think it's ever been used. Two little vintage Melmac cups are in here. And then there are two little plastic containers. Isn't that adorable? To put in, I suppose, your coffee or tea or whatever, right? And then also in this cute little bag, you have this. And this is what it shows you that it's old. There's this little teeny red package. And inside this package, and we would not use this today, and I don't think this has ever been used, is a little cord. It's got a little instructional sheet. And it's got, you can tell by the plug how old it is too, right? There's the plug. There's no ground on that baby. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. And what you do is put your water in your cup. When you're traveling, you'd plug in your little apparatus, and then you'd put this nice little metal fella into your cup of water to heat it up. And then add your tea or instant coffee or whatever. So isn't that cute? So that's going to be one of my little door prizes. The thing that it comes in that little teeny cute package, and it's all there. And it's all in lovely shape. And I said, just for, I'm sure you probably could use it. Oh, that old vintage stuff is still quite usable. Not that I would use it myself, but it'd be for display or something. And just a little talking thing, you know. We'd have our vintage camperellas. We always have like little staging areas with vintage stuff. Just be a nice little cute little staging area, especially if somebody had a little aqua or pink camper. I thought, oh Lord, wouldn't that be adorable? Which I do not have. And I'm like, oh, I'll keep that. I'm not going to be keeping any more stuff for my, I can't wait till I get one someday, because what if it doesn't happen? And I've already got one tub full. So if I ever get my little vintage pink or aqua camper, there'll be plenty of stuff to find at that time. So that was a cute little thing I got at Al's Antique Mall, and everything when they were going out of business was 50% off. So and it was cheap anyway. So I got that for $3.50. And I also got this cute little lipstick holder, and I have so many of these, so that will be a nice little giveaway also. And I got that for like, I think $3. I took a lot of the price tags off of stuff, but you know, I can remember most of it, right? And then when we do the cocktail hour, I just had like a little thing that I was banging on to go ding ding, or it didn't sound that nice, to go to the next spot for the progressive cocktail party. But I found this little vintage Lake City, where I work now, Minnesota, little souvenir bell. And that was 50% off of that. So when we go to the next place for the progressive, I have a nice little bell instead of like banging on a little piece of metal stuff, right? And then I got this cute little vintage glass case, because I'm always looking for vintage glasses, and this was such a beautiful case. I have one that's kind of similar to this, and it's beautiful inside. And you can see the original price there, and I got that for 50% off. Another little find. I went in there and I really controlled myself and Alice when they were going out of business, and only got stuff like, okay, are you going to use this, or you need it, or are you going to be able to gift this? So that's what I started. I'm always looking for vintage glasses. I have these, of course, and I have a pair of black ones, and then it is hard to find vintage glasses that are a nice shape, and you want to find metal or aluminum frames, because if you get plastic ones and you try to pop those lenses out to put your own in, they usually crack. That old plastic or Bakelite, some of them, gets really, really brittle. So if you're looking to redo vintage glasses and either put clear in if you don't need them, or clear because you wear contacts. I wear prescriptions, so I get the lenses popped out and they put my prescription lenses in, so it's the cost of the lens, and Walmart charges you $25 for you bringing your own frames in and them doing what they need to do to put in your prescriptions. So I got this cute little case, $7.99, 50% off, thank you. And I found these. You got the bifocals in it, the old frames, but they fit. They're a little short, so you can get they will bend these for you at Walmart. They heat that up, I think, and then they'll bend it straight, because that's a little bit too short for me. So they'll do is they'll bend this, straighten it a little bit so it's more wearable for me, and then they'll pop those out and I'll put my scripts in. And they can't replace a lot of the nose pads, so make sure that the nose pads are intact, because they don't have replacements for those. You know, they have modern ones, not old ones. So I always look for their metal, sturdy, straight, bendable, have the nose pads. So these will be getting my prescriptions in them to go along with my silver. I have another pair of black ones, but they're not quite this way. They're a little bit more cat-eye-ish. This is a little more, oh, I can't remember what they used to call it. Not cat-eye, but something horn, I think. I can't remember. So I got those. And I got this lovely 1950 Minnesota State tin. And I'm sure I got this for a few dollars. I don't have the price on this one. I got that, and then, you know, me and Christy went to Chicago, and I did all vintage when I was down there, which was really fun. And when I came back here, I found this vintage Chicago souvenir pillowcase. Isn't that cute? And this is an old one, so this is probably from back in the 50s or 60s. You don't see them make these anymore. And I think I left the tag on it. Perhaps not. No, I did not. But I think this is like $5 or $6 is what I paid for it. So, and it was beautiful shape. It was in a plastic bag. It was kept nice and clean. So I'll get some cotton batting and put that in there and have a cute little pillowcase. Now last year, not last year, oh Lord, I'm still on this year, in June, last June, we had the camper rally. We have the nicest people that go, and Mike and Joyce, who went last year, and then this year. Last year they won most vintage camper. Oh, they have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful camper. They gave me and Christy and Gary this lovely little gift, and they didn't have to do that. It was so nice they did, but they gave this vintage kid suitcase. Isn't that cute? And this marbling kind, it's not marbling, but it kind of matches the vintage suitcase of my grandma's I have, and I have the matching train case, so that will kind of go with my set because it's the cream color. So they gave us that, which was phenomenal. Anyway, gave us this cool vintage postcard with a little thank you note on it. I like that. When you get these old postcards, use them. Use them for cards. I love that. They gave me some beautiful some silk scarves that I'll show you when I do my accessories, and she gave me some like vintagey looking paper napkins and paper straws and a whole bunch of fun stuff in there. And then she gave me a whole set of this, and it's called Fiestaware. Oh, these are cute. They got a set of 6 of them. I'll show you 3 of them. But you probably have seen these with the wood handles, and they're beautiful. They're this beautiful shape. I got a set of 6 of those. Oh, she didn't have to do that. Can you believe that? Lucky! I was just like, I cannot even believe it. So she gave us those, a set of 6. A whole bunch of vintage swizzle and stir sticks. You can find these all over. I just love them, but they're so cute and kitschy with stuff. Some of them will have Grand Canada. They'll have the places of where they were. What's this one? Hoffman House Restaurant. Some of them are Vegas-y. Some of them are from Howard Johnson or Ramada Inn hotels. All types of stuff like that. So they gave us that box with that, packed to the max with other stuff, some scarves. I think there's some other stuff that I got excited and I took it out and I used it, and I can't remember what it was, but it was so nice that she gave us. So that wasn't something I purchased. It was something gifted to me, but I wanted to share it because it was so neat. So my last little kitschy thing that I got, so lots of miscellaneous odds and ends, but everything has a home. I'm going to have a use for all of it, was this. So they had this really cute 45 rack. Isn't that neat? Just needed to fix up the plastic stuff. Some of it was cracky and I had to like break some of it off and fix it. So that with that, and look at, I think it holds like, I don't know how many, quite a few records. I just had to bend it and clean it up. And then they had their 45s on sale, or yeah, clearance or whatever. So, you know, I got some. I went and got the 45s that are familiar, or they had really cool jackets. So, a Roger Miller. Look at, I just thought that was so neat. For Your Dancing, Lawrence Welk. Remember his thing was Bubbles? I just love that. And then Henry Mancini, I remember that from my mom. I got that. And then this one. Andre I'm going to butcher this, Constellanets. Oh, I can't remember. But just, I got things for the jackets because they were so cute to put in the 45 rack, right? That one, this one's got a picture of, isn't that neat? I can remember this one from my mom, Percy Faith. So anyway, I got the rack in this, and I got an old, that was up in my north of my old camper, an old low, oh Lord help me, what's the name of it? Phonograph table, you know, for a record player, phonograph. And then underneath it has storage for large records. You can put small ones too, but I got this for the 45s. I only have a couple 45s on my own. And then I do have my mom's old record player, but it was just something from the 90s, nothing special. One of the speakers had broke on it. And I'm like, oh, that was Mom's. I don't want to get, but Mom, one of the speakers doesn't work and it's something I can't fix. So I think I'm just going to get a new stereo record player to put on top of it. And just like, you know how I am about keeping stuff, because that was my mom's, but I'm like, Mom would want me to have 2 speakers so I could listen to all of the lovely 45s. And I have all of my mom's old LP records that she had, and she had a phonograph that was the big beautiful wood cabinet with the, you'd open the lid up and it had the AM FM radio and the stereo, and it's just beautiful. I can remember opening it. It had a smell to it that was kind of like an electrical smell. I don't know, it wasn't burning or anything, but I just remember opening that. She only kept that in her bedroom, and that was for Mom to go in her room, get a little piece from all of his kids and listen to her records. So if her door was shut, everybody knew to knock and ask if you could come in. And sometimes Mom would say, you know, come on in, and she let me sit in there quiet with her and listen to her records. So that was always a treat. And I can remember she always had she always played the Christmas record, and she'd keep her door open so that everybody could hear the music throughout the house. So I had, when I saw that, I had to get it. So thanks for coming over and sharing all of my little knick-knacky fun little things. And I got some more stuff I want to share, but I just wanted to keep it to a shorter little video, so we wouldn't go on and on. So take care until we do a nice little sharing of some other vintage items. Bye everybody.